Okay, I will be honest, I am not really a big fan of sports anime or sports movies for that matter. The thing is with sports movies in general is that once you have seen one, you have pretty much seen them all at this point. The problem is that they follow the same exact formula each and every time that they tend to end up becoming pathetically predictable. Now, the only thing that might even remotely be interesting is if we, I don't know, involve a water sport so damn crazy and laughably implausible, and then throw in a good amount of boobs and butts for good measure. Enter Keijo, a rather interesting sports anime, I guess. The story of Keijo revolves around a particular water sport not far off from sumo wrestling, where the object of the game is to have a couple of girls try to push each other off of a floating platform into the water below. The kicker here is that they can only use their boobs and butts to push their opponent into the water. And you thought dodgeball was a weird game to have as a professional sport. This isn't exactly what I was expecting from a Dead or Alive anime either. I wonder if the social justice warriors are going to love this one. It sounds ridiculous, but it does have an interesting premise about it. Plot-wise, it doesn't look like much, but then again, this is the first episode, so I suppose I'll give it time. The point is that I am not expecting this anime to take itself seriously, and I would honestly be surprised if it does. Basically, this is a sexually charged fan service show that's making an effort to cover the fact that this is a sexually charged fan service show by pretending to be a sports anime. You're not fooling anybody. It is practically undeniable this anime is trying to play for sex appeal, and that's always going to get in the way of taking the sport or the anime too seriously. I'm not watching this for the intriguing plot details, and I am quite sure you aren't either. I will give this anime some credit. Unlike a lot of other anime in the fighting girl genre, so far it seems more like the anime is treating this concept like a fun water sport that the characters pursue out of passion. It is not like the anime is based around some weird war where the girls tear each other apart while the camera ogles at their ripped up clothes and awkward angles. Sekirei, Ikitosen, and especially Master of Martial Arts, I am looking at you. The big question is, will the show simply exploit these characters purely for their sex appeal like most other ecchi anime shows? Or will they actually put some effort into trying to develop the show's characters and build an interesting story? Seeing my experience with other ecchi fan service shows, I kind of doubt that. Let's keep in mind that inappropriate use of this type of humor can ruin a show as well. The best example I can think of is how I felt the ecchi jokes and perverted humor took away from the seriousness of High School of the Dead. But while the anime doesn't go out of its way to be offensive, the show is still not for those who are easily offended. SJWs should leave now, and you probably shouldn't be watching this in front of your parents for that matter either. I will say that this anime impressed me with the first episode, despite this seeming to be the typical ecchi anime of the season. The characters are likable and distinctive, the animation is gorgeous, though I am cautious on how this show will handle its characters and its story. I am actually curious to see where this thing goes, though. What is even more curious is that the trailer for this anime was also released with a version in English, so I am guessing there is going to be an English dub of the show as well somewhere down the line. We will have to wait and see. So with that, I give Keijo 6 stars out of 10 for initial interest. Until next time, this is the American Anime Otaku, signing out. Like what you see? Then please help support the show by contributing to my Patreon page for special perks, exclusive content, and more.